Lights, camera, action. After Effects puts you right in the director's chair to create arrangements and fantastic compositions using After Effects 3D. After Effects has a very powerful 3D rendering engine and is really cool, as you will soon see. So, let's get to it. As we have all seen, 3D is really cool. However, in After Effects, the layers that we can adjust are flat. There is no depth to them. Even so, we can create some amazing composites using After Effects 3D. Let's go ahead and start a new composition. DV is good, 10 seconds is good, and let's just call this 3D and click OK. Let's go ahead and create two solids. Control or Command Y is the shortcut for them. One blue, and let's create the other one in white. And click OK, and click OK. Let's make both of these layers 3D by clicking on this box here. Select either one of the layers, in this case I'll select the blue one, and press the letter R for rotation. Let's go ahead and change the value of the X rotation to 90 degrees. There you go. Let's talk a little bit about the view. We can be looking at the active camera, or we can change to a front view, left, top, back, or one of the custom views. If you change to a custom view, you can actually modify it by using one of the camera tools. And you can just watch your composition from different angles. You can also see more than one view at the same time. This little drop-down menu here will let you choose 1, 2, or 4 views arranged in different ways. Let's go ahead and change it to 2 views horizontal. And we can have one of the views be from the active camera and the other one be from the custom view or something else. Doesn't really matter. Notice that when I'm adjusting the view in here, the view from the main camera does not change. That is because I'm just changing the perspective from which I am previewing this. I'm not really changing any values. We can also add a light to this composition. All you need to do is go under Layer, New, Light. You can choose from different types of light, spot, parallel, point, and ambient. Let's go ahead and choose a spotlight. And white is good, and let's just click OK. Let's go ahead and change to the selection tool. You can modify these lights by clicking on one of the arrows that represent the axis. You can also click on the light itself and modify it however you wish. If you would like to modify the light but not change its point of interest, press and hold the Control key as you drag. On the Mac, that would be the Command key. And notice how the point of interest remains the same. You can also add a camera to this composition. Layer, New, Camera. You can have different settings for the camera. There are some presets already built in. Let's just use the default one and click OK. Notice that this custom view is not showing us the entire composition. It's not showing us the camera, for example. We can zoom out and see that the camera is all the way out here. If you would like to see the camera a little bit better, all you need to do is go under View, Look at All Layers. And there you go. We can see that a lot better. We can adjust the camera pretty much the same way as we can adjust the light. Notice how the view on the left, which is the main camera view, is now changing as we adjust the position of the camera. You can press and hold the Control or Command key as you drag the camera up or to the sides, and that will have the point of interest of the camera remain static. Let's switch back to an active camera and just one view. You can use masks and effects, but keep in mind that these will all be in 2D and will live in the 2D space of that layer. If you require extrusion, there are plugins in the market that take care of that for you. Any of the values that we changed by clicking and dragging in the composition window can also be changed in the timeline. The camera, for example, has different properties that can be adjusted. Point of interest, position, orientation, and rotation. And of course the camera itself, zoom, depth of field, focus distance, etc., etc. The light has its own set of properties, point of interest, position, etc., etc., and of course the option of the light itself. Intensity, color, obviously. Let's change it to yellow. Cone angle, feather, and of course we can determine whether this light is going to cast shadows or not. In After Effects, the shadow darkness and the diffusion is controlled by the actual light. The layers, though, have to be set to accept and to cast shadows as well. I would like to continue in the next lesson with a shadow and light exercise involving text.